Hello amazing viewers, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. So it's been 1 year of Justice Kekere Edun as the CJN of Nigeria. And then, before now, there's been a lot of talk about the corruption of the Nigerian judiciary and all that. And to a lot of persons, much wasn't really expected, with the appointment of Kekere Edun as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. And to the people who are with Tinubu, they believe that Kekere Edun would be able to perform, wonders and bring about some transformation in the Nigerian judiciary, forgetting that, okay, there is a reason why Tinubu actually appointed this person. Mind you, the controversial judgment that has to do with the Imo State election that brought, what's his name, who opposed Odimma to power, she did inside. So a lot of people felt like, okay, nothing was really going to come out of, her administration as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Even though she has come out on, some occasions to talk about, penalizing judges, they are taking actions against this, against that, and all that, trying to sanitize the Nigerian judiciary. Okay, well, so a group decided, to drag Justice Kekere Edun following her 1 year in office, and, they have really complained, about the Nigerian judiciary, what's going on, and the places, areas that she has really failed. So in general, they're just saying, okay, like she has failed in the 1 year of our appointment. So I'm going to be reading part of what has been reported, by some of the media outlets. But before I get to do that, I'm going to show us this video where the former president Olusegun Obasanjo has really, come hard on, the leaders in power. And as far as it's concerned, there are people in Nigeria that should be behind bars. So I'm going to show you this video and then we'll be back.
What is the character of the people that are in government? With all due respect, most of them should be behind the bar. And that is the truth. Most of them should be behind the bar. Some should even be in the gallows. Now, if these are the people that are ruling us, then what do you expect? It doesn't matter whether you make whatever you make it will not. So the point is that the character of the people that are coming to government, their attributes, the sort of people, who are they? Look, in my own part of the world, even when you want to give a daughter for marriage, you say, hey, look at the background. What is the pedigree? And that is one thing we really need to think about. How do we select leaders? What should be the character of the leaders we select? What should be their track record? What should be, where should we find them? Are they role models? Look at, in your own case, with all due respect, you are not supposed to fix your salary or your allowances. It's supposed to be done by the revenue mobilization and what?
Fiscal Commission. Revenue mobilization and fiscal commission.
Okay. But you decide what you pay yourself, the allowances that you give yourself, newspaper allowances, pant allowances, sheeting allowances. You give yourself all sorts of things, with all due respect. And you know it's not right. It is not right. It is not right for me to be the one to determine what I pay myself. It's immoral. And then you are doing it. The Senate is doing it. And you beat your chest. And in some cases, even the executive give you what you are not entitled to. You all got 200 million naira. When we were talking about the suffering of the people who put you there, on top of the obscene salary and allowances you give yourself, you got 200 million naira. It's not right. It's not fair. It's not good for this country. So this is the thing we have to do. How do we ask people to suffer? And those people who are suffering, please bear with us when you are not showing any sacrifice. And I'm not showing any sacrifice. You are what you are. I am what I am because I'm a Nigerian. Those people out there are Nigerians. They are entitled. So let us look at it that way. For me, that is what we have to do. And as I've said, and I will keep saying it, we are all sitting on a keg of gunpowder, all of us. If we continue to do what we are doing, which is disregarding the interest of the common man. So we need general moral rearmament. General moral rearmament to look at ourselves and say, yes, we are all wrong, and where we are wrong, then we need to do things differently. We cannot continue to do things the same way that has not worked for us and say. And then if we do that, we are deceiving ourselves. But let us look at things. What must we do differently at the executive level, at the legislative level, at the judicial level, at the civil service level, even at the private sector level? Because we are all in the same boat. And if that boat sinks, we all sink together.
No doubt there are a lot of persons that should actually be behind bars. In fact, right now they are not even supposed to. If they had been behind bars for long, I do not think we even see them sitting in the house and deliberating on matters that has to do with over 200 million plus persons, playing with the lives of 200 million people. If the needful had been done, I completely agree that some people should be behind bars. But in my opinion, I feel like, okay, the former president Olusegun Obasanjo cannot exonerate himself from the level of corruption that we are seeing today. Yes, corruption may not be as it is now, like in terms of getting worse. But I do believe that if this person had actually, laid some kind of very solid foundation, maybe things wouldn't have gotten to the point where we are today. Because these people have the opportunity came for there to be, constitutional amendments, electoral reforms, and all that. It's more or less like you laying the foundation. But what did we see? So many things were just allowed to just pass by. Even the people who had 1-2 corruption cases during the time, how well were they even punished? Sometimes I feel things wouldn't have gotten this bad if he had played his own part in laying the foundation well. I felt so. Because even during his this time we saw governors who also did commit the things they did commit. But what kind of harsh punishment was meted on these individuals? Not be somebody like James Ibori, not even get mind, go donate 100 million, which of course is Delta State money. Recently at a book launch, sometime last month or last 2 months, James Ibori, he foresay now where strict measures dey to handle corrupt politicians. Even 1 naira James Ibori no go see to won't even donate, because for every single penny that he stole, they for don't collect them back. So it makes no sense to me. What he's saying is very correct though. What he is saying is correct. But I think we cannot exonerate him from all this. There's no way we can absolve him from all these things. In my opinion, I don't know what your opinion is. And then people said that, okay, the foundation wasn't well laid. From the moment the democratic dispensation began. So why will not go see what they see? So we be say them go sit down, they send themselves prayers into their email or into their accounts. And then people kept stealing and stealing and stealing. EFCC have files. Nobody we don't even sit ass for prison for 20 years, even 10 years, even 5 years. Let me even talk. Which of the politicians have we seen that actually sat in prison, maximum prison with hard labor for 5 years? What they now do is simply because there is a party that absolve criminals, they forget that you ever stole. They will just move and join that place. And everything is forgotten. Truly, so many people suppose they're behind bars, including the INEC chairman. And even within the judiciary, so many people, they are supposed to be behind bars. But these people, they work freely. In fact, those are the ones that you find them at events. They shamelessly pick up mic and then start talking about corruption. They don't even get shame again. So they talk about this thing as if they are not part of the problem. People wasting taxpayers' money. They ask us to exercise patience, enjoy the baby step stage, while they live extravagant life, spend money on frivolities. That's what they do. Cars. When they are going out like this, you see 100 convoys following these people. This is the only thing they ever have interest in. The money they budget for trip going up and down, that at the end of the day, we don't see any investors, is way higher, 2 times or 3 times higher than the money they budget to the education, agricultural and health sector put together. And then somebody will sit and tell me that, oh, I should relax, that Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. He knows what he's doing. No, they don't know what they are doing. It makes no sense that you're asking people to endure. And then you find yourself, they see you spending anyhow. You go and renovate this, you go and renovate that. What happens to the road that the people ply on daily basis? What happens to fixing it? What happened to the healthcare that you guys have refused to attend to? What happened to fixing it? At least the poor can use the healthcare sector. What happened to looking at the salary structure and allowances of the people that sleep at night to attend to, what is it called, people at the hospital? What happens to doing the needful when in that agricultural sector so that we can be exporting? We just there, they consume, no production. And then when somebody talk about the reckless behavior of the government, they will now look for a way to pick the person up. Or if they don't pick the person up, the next move is to see how they can do something about the social media space. The same social media space that they even use to spread lies to Nigerians. How foolish can our leaders be? How foolish can they be? In all of this, it is we that I still blame. We that is not even ready to rise up in one voice. We that still feel that, okay, oh, there's nothing wrong, it is how politics is being played. I don't know who told these people that that's how politics is being played. I don't know where they read it in a book that this is how politics should be played. At the detriment of the people. That you shove yourself down their throats. I've been even the ones who even vote you in. Kai. I so look forward to a day that all this nonsense is going to end. I so look forward to a day. You can imagine after all the NDDC saga and even the Akwa Ibom State Treasury Fund has alleged that he looted. What's happened? Now he sit down to their Senate President. He's still there on top, still they oppress. And some people feel like it's okay, people like this should not go to jail. When I don't know, for those of you that are busy selling the future of your children for peanuts, all in an attempt to defend rubbish. Really well done. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Now let me quickly read out part of what the TAP initiative said about Justice Kekere Edun. A public interest group, TAP Initiative, has urged the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekere Edun, to move beyond mere warnings and take decisive actions by ensuring the prosecution of judges suspended by the National Judicial Council for criminal offences. The group argued that simply suspending judges accused of misconduct ranging from age falsification to other criminal breaches undermines public confidence in the judiciary. This position was contained in a statement issued in Abuja over the weekend by the Executive Director of TAP Initiative, Martin Obono, while reviewing Justice Kekere Edun's performance 1 year after her appointment as CJN. The group also furthered the CJN's reform agenda, saying her drive for digital transformation and e-filing of court processes had shown limited evidence of systematic implementation. TAP Initiative further expressed concern over what it described as soft disciplinary measures handed to underperforming judges and those who deliberately flouted practice directions for personal gain. The statement read, Justice Kudirat Kekere Edun assumed office as Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, in August 2024. A few days before then, civil society groups, senior legal experts, members of academia, and other reform advocates led by TAP Initiative outlined a specific and measurable agenda: end the abuse of ex parte orders by politicians, enforce discipline within the judiciary, implement digital courts, and restore public trust amid ongoing allegations of corruption and bias. 1 year later, the verdict is clear. While the rhetoric has been loud, tangible reforms remains elusive. While we commend her for overseeing the retirement of judges based on age and investigating allegations of falsified ages, her leadership style appears risk-averse, relying on speeches and moral persuasion rather than structural reforms. For a judiciary in crisis, this is insufficient. According to TAP Initiative's review, Justice Kekere Edun's first year has been characterized by a clear articulation of the judiciary's challenges but limited evidence of systematic reform implementation. It said digital transformation. The Chief Justice has consistently emphasized the need for e-filing, case management technology, and virtual hearings. However, there has been no nationwide rollout or measurable progress in digital court processes. Judicial accountability. While the CJN has stated that the National Judicial Council will discipline non-performing judges, no concrete disciplinary actions leading to deterrence have taken place. For instance, it is commendable that the NJC under her leadership recommended the compulsory retirement of the Chief Judge of Imo State and 8 other judges in Imo for falsifying their dates of birth to extend their tenure, and sanctioned Justice T.N. Nzeuku, who positioned himself to be sworn in as acting chief judge despite being 40 in the hierarchy. Similarly, the NJC suspended Justice Ihian Ikwo of the Federal High Court Abuja Division for 1 year, placed him on a 5-year watch list and barred him from elevation for delivering a ruling without hearing parties and ignoring a motion to set aside an ex parte proceeding. Justice Jane E. Yang of the Court of Appeal, Uyo Division, was also suspended for 1 year without pay for issuing inappropriate ex parte orders to sell a petrol station and other assets at an interlocutory stage. While these measures are commendable, they are manifestly inadequate considering that many of these offenses are criminal. The CJN should have recommended prosecution by law enforcement agencies. This reflects the broader problem with judicial accountability. Judges often receive a slap on the wrist rather than facing the serious consequences of criminal prosecution for criminal actions. It noted that the CJN acknowledged over 243,000 pending cases in the higher courts. Judicial independence. Judges are still subjected to the indignity of lining up to receive cars and houses procured for them by the executive, mostly governors, in preparation for the 2027 general elections. The review highlights that Justice Kekere Edun has utilized public platforms to articulate a vision for a more accountable and technologically advanced judiciary. Yet, TAP initiative concludes that the gap between identified priorities and visible outcomes remains significant. You see me? I have known that nothing is going to come out of this. In fact, look at it now. The judiciary never did worse. The judiciary, in fact, nothing has changed. Let's take a look at the facts. What has changed? Look at the cases that they have presented before the court. Since her inauguration, what thing don't happen? It is not coming to me as a surprise, though. It is not. Because there is no way someone as it has been alleged that this person is corrupt. There is no way you will expect the person to do something. There is no way. It's quite unfortunate, you know, that they are even busy punishing, suspending the other people. If there's a way the other people will say we are not going anywhere, if it even makes sense, safe. Because if your image don't already dent, what right do you have? What moral justification do you have to now say you want to suspend other corrupt this thing? So many corrupt justices in Nigeria. They're plenty. It's as if 90 to 95% of them they are just highly corrupt. The kind of judgment they give, it will surprise you. The way they will even twist the constitution, you'll be wondering what's going on. Is it the same constitution we have a copy of that we've read and still go back to revisit again to just refresh our memories? It not come to me as a surprise. It is not a surprise to me. The judiciary, they say Ochilo is gone. It's gone, oh. It is gone. Even this one, they're having NBA conference and the people are talking about sanitizing the Nigerian judiciary and all that. Wait now, let's see what will happen. As it can't be in this administration. It cannot. It has been hijacked by Wiki and Tinubu. They don't carry on. So these people will always do their bid. People where they don't increase salary by 300%. There is a house for them. There is a car for them. What do you expect? Hey, they will never want to tie their throat and say, no, we have to do the right thing. It's a shame. Anyway, it not come to me as a shock. It's not a shock to me at all. Because I knew at the end of the day, this person is going to be answerable to Tinubu. Whatever these people want, that's what is going to happen. Tinubu placed her there for a reason. So all this sanitization and the rest, they know the people where they will want sanitize there. the more corrupt ones still dey. With the whole talk about Wike allegation, what are they doing to investigate it? With the whole talk about this indigents filing suit, PDP that filed suit since over the illegal suspension of Fubara, what happened to the case? It's as if they just threw the file away somewhere. And then they're there, all this nonsense is going on. Let me leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the bell icon the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish video. Thank you so much, guys, for the love. Thank you so much for the immense support. God bless you richly. I'm super grateful. Do enjoy your Tuesday and see you guys in my other videos.